Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Listen, I want to apologize to you for not touching base, Scorpios, on love as much as I should. Received some emails asking me to dive into love a little bit more. And let's do it. Let's do it. Some of you want general readings. Some of you want to focus on love. We're going to tap into everything. And we have new cards coming in. I want to be able to go deeper. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get these feelings and I can't even explain it. Anyway, let's tap into love and see what's going on. Love matters. Rekindle. Oh, you're working to bring something back. You want things back with a person you used to be with. Let's see. Illusion. You know what? That happens a lot. When you are reminiscing on what used to be and working towards rekindling something. Sometimes, let me tell you something, Scorpio. Sometimes in your mind, you see things a certain way. And we tend to eliminate what it is that caused us to separate in the first place, not realizing that, sometimes you're lonely or that person was able to get you. And see, it's a lot of spirituality going on right now. You're really tuning into your intuition. You're looking for a long-term relationship, somebody that's able to be a part of your forge forward where love is concerned. You want them to be able to cover every aspect of your life. And you believe you may have already met that person, but you all didn't come together as you should at that time. And it might have been a lot on your part too. Sometimes you don't even know that's what you want at the time. And those things take place. So it is somebody you're wanting to reignite the flame with, the fire with, to see where it can take you this time. Because sometimes when we're apart from people and living life and thinking the grass is greener on the other side, we tend to realize, like, dang, if it's nothing that really, some battle that you all are playing and fighting in that set you apart, it's things that are minor that you all could talk out, work out to get to where you need to be. Love. You hear what I'm saying to you? When you find somebody that's on the same page with you, work through the kinks, work through the issues, talk, communicate. Scorpio, you a money person, so you like your money. Make sure this person is coming to the table with something that'll make you feel comfortable. However you all want to share the bag, work it out beforehand. Work it out beforehand. It's so many little issues people tend to make a big deal out of when they can work through things. All right, let's see what's a little noise in the background. I'm trying to move on, but the thought of you still consumes me. I can't control the feelings, Have you ever broken up with somebody and there's still something lingering and you feel there wasn't proper closure? When you dedicate your heart to somebody, you beat it like a dead horse. You're going to work things out. We're going to come together until we just don't. And the little spat that you all had is not worth separating completely. People have issues. People have days. People have moods. You all have to make, let it be a rule. Just like some people say you don't go to bed angry. Make it a rule. Don't allow any evil thoughts to take over and separate you all. You have to be able to communicate. That is one of the biggest issues that people are having, and that's communication. When I see relationships that are long lasting and people have put the time in, it's like, take the time to work things out. I look at people and everybody has their issues. I look at Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. I look at LL Cool J and his wife. I look at Denzel Washington and his wife. You know, there's a lot of long-term relationships with people where you learn about compromising and working through things. Scorpio, that's what you're about. You're not about the fly-by-night. You're about commitment and wanting to be there for somebody because you like having a partner. You want to have a partner. And sometimes you tolerate things because you don't feel like fighting. Like I always tell you, every battle is not meant to be fought. But in a relationship where the heart is involved, you have to say what it is you want in a relationship. Even if you all go back and forth in it, let people know. Love is a beautiful thing. And you're ready to rekindle that fire and get things to work out the way you see it. Because it's like an illusion. You have in your mind what it is that you want. Don't mistake that illusion for reality when it's not somebody that you really need to mesh with, just so you don't end up alone. Make sure this is somebody that's able to be on the same page with you. Even if you have disagreements, you work it out. Like when you have, like sometimes, like I knew when I was younger, I could go to my mom and ask her something, and then she'll say, she's not saying nothing, ask your father, because she don't want to say no. I go to my dad, it was easy. You know, we were able to work things out, and I tell him, he said, what did your mother say? I said, she said to ask you. So then when I go with him and get him to go along with what I want, she gets mad because she's thinking that he should have knew that she wanted me to ask him, so she didn't have to say no, but he would say no. It doesn't work like that. You have to come together so that, like, for example, your kids don't split you down the middle, or you don't get mad at your partner because you felt they weren't on the same page with you. A relationship takes a lot of work, and you all have to be able to communicate back and forth, have little clues to the other person, so that it's fun when you think about it. When you're in a relationship and you're trying to get things to work out the right way, you got to know your partner. You got to know certain things. It's a lot of work, and you may not always know the answers, but the fun is getting to know one another so that you all can be on the same page. And your kids can't do what I used to do and split my parents, which a lot of kids do. You know, it hurts to see that you moved on with your life. That's why you want to rekindle, because when you with the right person and you all have a spat and you separate, you start to yearn for one another and move on. You may even test the waters to see. And then you end up comparing who you with now and who you used to be, and they used to do this or that one used to do that. Love can be treacherous at times. But when you invest in someone, you want a return on your investment. You want to know that I can see our growth together. I can see that we may look at things differently, but we have a coming together of the minds. That's what love is about. It's about, even if it's a different lens, it's coming together to compromise, to turn that lens into one, so the two of you can mesh together and become one. Even if you're still individuals, take the time out to get to know your partner so that you're not there second guessing yourself, second guessing the relationship, feeling bad. You gotta know what you want in life. You have to know what you want in life and who's gonna share your life with you. But the investment sometimes is not taken seriously. You gotta still invest in somebody you want to be with. You gotta get to know them. You gotta see how you all can come together and make things work. You gotta be a support system for one another. And I think, Scorpio, you get it. You're seeing what you want. You're getting it. But the hard work comes about getting your partner to see things from your perspective. Doesn't mean they have to go along with it. It means that you put it out there and communicate, and you all share, negotiate, go back and forth until you iron everything out, so that you all can be on the same page. It takes work to be in a relationship. People are not just plain happy just like that. It's two different individuals coming together as one. And that's where the work is. But what I love about the sense with you, you respect that and you're willing to put the work in so this relationship can grow the way you want it to. And that's important. That's very important. Grow the way you want it to. You have anxiety. That's when you're changing up. You're trying to make things work. And you're putting the work in to make it happen. You may look at yourself and say, I don't fully want to commit. This card has come up twice today already. Twice today. Because that's somebody that's fearful of commitment. Fearful of commitment. That's crazy. Fearful of commitment. And it's going to get worse before it gets better, because we got a storm warning. It's obstacles as far as the compromise holding you guys together. That's why you're trying to rekindle it, because you all look out the same window, but you're seeing a different view. Okay, you're trying to come together, but you have to be accepting, just like that person, of you, your little quirks and things that you will not tolerate. And I think you all could start by saying, okay, let's see what brings us together. What do we love about each other? What do we like about each other? What's fun to us? Do we like sports? Do we like this? Get to know that person. Do like a trivia with that person to see your pros and cons. They don't like when you do what? You don't like when they do what? It's better to know. It's better to know. My parents used to do that all the time. They would be like, my mother get mad. She said, I don't like this, or I don't like that. And my father said, well, I didn't know. And I love to watch it, because they would hash it out. And I would not see them go to bed angry, at least in front of us. Even if they did get angry, I didn't see it in front of us, certain things. Certain things they just kept to themselves. So I would see them debate on something. Like my father used to get mad that my mother was never on time for nothing. He would be furious, because my father was an early bird. He'd get there before the doors even opened. That's how he is. But somehow they made that relationship work. And then my mother would threaten my dad, and she would say, I used to call my dad Sonny. And she would say, you know what, Sonny? If you leave me, my dad say, if you're not ready by such and such, I'm leaving. And she said, if you leave me, you'll regret it. They always threatening each other. But my dad would wait. He'd be pissed, but he would wait, and the two of them walk in together. I'm just saying, there's certain ways to work things. Now, it wasn't right with her threatening him all the time, but she didn't want to walk in without her husband, so they ended up compromising. And my father would say, well, I have to be the people that's there early to open up, or to do this or to do that. So then my father started giving her the wrong time for the event. So if it was at 9, he'd tell her at 8, so she'd be ready for 9. It's compromise. It's working things out so the two of you could be the best couple ever. Take the time to communicate. Communication is key. And a lot of people don't want to do that anymore. Communicate. This is somebody that you say you love and you want to be with. Make it real. Make it real. And it's going to happen in your favor. Just stay true to one another, okay? I want to see what moon you guys are under right now. Through our moonology, I want to see what you're sitting under as far as love. Are you willing to work things out? Let's see. Let's see what moon shows up for you. Breathe through the tension. Breathe through the tension. You stress over these things. Breathe through the tension and let it become real for you. Anything worth having is worth working for. Scorpio, you are headstrong as well. Work things out and compromise, okay? Don't just let it go, the status quo. Test yourself and see if you could take another route to get to the same destination with this person. And you all compromise. Okay, this relationship is a good one. But compromise is definitely necessary. You see things one way, they see things one way. When spiritually you come together, and you're listening to your intuition, you'll know that there's little roads you can take in between to cut up the monotony. You all can bring this home. Bring it home and build a home. Don't restrict yourself from what could be. Okay? Garnet Queen Tarot, where we're inspired to rise. It takes work to get what you want, but when you put the work in, the reward can be so sweet. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for sharing your message with us. Take your time. Talk soon. Peace.